for a top 10 team in the land to lean on the energy from the home crowd and knock off the #1 team in the country. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. They're coming off a national championship win last year, but you got to think this group of seniors isn't satisfied with stopping there.
No, they have tremendous leadership, and this coaching staff, too. That was the one priority in the offseason, fighting complacency, staying hungry to try and chase another title, David.
And it's hard to do, but you got new pieces and new places and new faces, which is awesome. So it's a lot of guys that haven't won that championship, that want to fight for it, that are hungry, and now you mix them with some guys that have also won. It's a good recipe.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had. On the opening drive of the game, he is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Looking to throw again. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
Inside the 35. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, fourth down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
The Tigers are on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up.
Looking for the end zone. And that ball is in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. They've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship and appears to be a wide-open league. So a lot of turmoil, a lot of change. I think that starting 1-0 is an important step to getting to that championship game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And the kicker starts the year perfect. Nice job, nice way to start the year. The offense takes the football down the field. Yeah, you want to get touchdowns, but getting points on the first drive to start the season, really nice job by this unit.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. Notre Dame backed up in the shadow of its own goal post, looking for room on 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That hole closed quickly. He'll get 1 out to the 6. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So they put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Shows him the stiff arm. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before he picked up the first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Quarterback keeper. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here comes the option. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown. He's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
This crowd rising up, sensing that his defense needs some help. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Got his man downfield. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
And the Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Men, a gigantic collision of top 5 teams, and it is now a final. Penn State was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans at Beaver Stadium. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been that Happy Valley crowd who leaves happy with the win. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. Although nothing compares to a top 5 duel, a revealing outcome with massive implications, man.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the ground with the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Orlando. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
That had to be a coverage bust because there's no way one of the best receivers in the country was that wide open. Somebody on defense wasn't where they were supposed to be. They had their eyes in the wrong place. That should not happen ever.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. To the air on 2nd down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to run it. Still on his feet at the 45. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the 1st down, keep this drive rolling.
We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Wants to throw on 1st down. Good completion on the out. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
A 1st down run in the red zone. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Iron!
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize with a touchdown.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ready to fire from the pistol. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. Coming out on first down with the play fake. The quick out. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to go up top. Hauls it in. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
To the air on first down. Flips it out to the back. At the 35, he's loose. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. They'll run it from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gives it on the option. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. LSU had a dominant win, the kind the folks in Baton Rouge were used to in 2019 when Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Justin Jefferson led the Tigers to a national title. Talk about a special team. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here come the Irish back on offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to swing it on second down. Here comes the heat. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
You know, on a third and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up fourth down.
The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's take a second around and talk about Clemson.
Preseason rankings may not mean that much in the grand scheme of things, but the hype factor, man, off the charts when you start the season as the top dog.
Preseason #1 ranking, part of that because of the success last year, part of that because of the talent they have on the roster. But David, now you've got to go out and prove it. I know this team has been very hungry and very excited to finally do that today.
Yeah, and you're the #1 team, so you're getting a lot of pats on the back, and I think the coach is going to be like, all right, listen, let's go earn this. This team has done nothing.
Sends it downfield. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Dances away to buy time. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And a 45 on its way. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. They'll go to the ground. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years, and the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
And when you're running the ball well, QBs love going to play action. You get the linebackers starting to suck up closer to the line of scrimmage. They're keying on those running backs, and it just makes pitch and catch so much easier for these quarterbacks and receivers.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Motion from the wideout. Handoff to the lone back. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Going for 6.
And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it one more yard to get it in. They'll send the tight end in motion. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. And the offense will take that penalty and move a little bit closer. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Give to the running back. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gonna let it fly. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock.
And I don't mind this coaching staff and their decision to stay aggressive here with the lead at the end of the 1st half. You've got a quarterback that, in my opinion, has earned the right to throw the ball in these situations, but you've got to be better with your decision-making right there. That's a costly turnover, which now gives your opponent the chance to score some more points here at the end of the half.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense got it. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Clemson. And they turn it into a defensive score.
You know, the one thing that really worries head coaches coming into week 1 is ball security. You're worried about execution. This offense has done some good things early in this game, but you cannot put the ball on the ground because the defense will make you pay like they did right there, taking it all the way to the house.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, one with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Give to the running back. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. He'll return it.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Running back searching for a hole. Got room to work. Turning it on! And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, their defense did a great job keeping their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs. And now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the 3rd play of this drive, 3rd down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there. And just a really good job breaking the tackle, continuing to keep the play alive, and never quit.
They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Quick release on the RPO. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And I love the aggressiveness by the defense. 3rd down and short, I'm going to play with my DBs up, play aggressive, try to take away those RPOs, those quick throws, those easy routes. Did a really good job and made the tackle, forcing the 4th down.
Quarterback making checks. On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Got room on the return. At the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
And that's going to make the defensive coordinator happy because he's just hoping his defense can get off the field there on 4th down. Just get a stop, get a tackle, bat the ball away. We're going to pick it off, and we're going to take it to the house. Great play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, one of the biggest games of the week is playing out right now. Let's check in on this top 25 battle. Houston is just getting blown off the field right now in H-Town, and at this rate, I'm not sure this won't get worse. They're trailing by 18 to Boise State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now. And any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to impose their will with the run. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Out of the gun, the inside give. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. He fires one deep down the right side. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Clemson. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. Not sure what it is, but he's going for it close to his own end zone. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Fires to the wideout. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly. So you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better. Right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line.
I love the play call there, and I love the run for a variety of reasons. Obviously, you're trying to settle your quarterback down after throwing 2 picks in the last 2 drives, but also you're able to generate a really nice game for this offense and make 2nd and short so much easier, so much more manageable. It just allows your quarterback, too, to take a breath and exhale.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got it on the run, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game one going exactly how they scripted it.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here come the Irish back on offense. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 28. Now the play fake. Here's a heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Trying to take it back. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Yeah, and how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the big fella.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done there.
Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down.
They'll go back to the ground. And you want to talk about gang cackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
At the 41. And 1st down for the offense.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Tight end now in motion. Trying play action. Finds the tight end. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That 4th down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on down.
Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Yeah, and really good 3rd down situational defense. You know it's 3rd and long. You know the pass play's coming. Defense was ready. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
So how good you feeling right now if you're on offense in this situation? You want to just play conservative? You want to punt it over and let your defense finish out the game? Or do you trust your quarterback to go make a play and win the game right now?
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that reign is coming to an end. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. The give to the tailback. Breaks the tackle. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quick pass on the jet motion. Inside the 30. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the 1st down and get the sticks moving.
Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. The give to the back. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And the extra point was good. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. losing his feet. Got enough for the first. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own. Fortunately, ended up losing yards.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. Nice pickup there, gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll run it again. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on 2nd down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. The quarterback takes a knee. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.